Welcome to Ryback Live. I am the big guy Ryback. Thank you for joining me. A Saturday Live presented by Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. Guys, thank you for joining me. We'll be talking for at least an hour today, answering your questions, health and fitness, nutrition, supplementation, pro wrestling, anything going on you want to talk about. And I am here for you. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Ryback TV, Ryback Rules on Twitch, everyone, and also at Facebook, Ryback Reeves. So I thank each and every one of you for joining me. Up front, before we get into everything, we have a weekend promotion going on for you guys that will end midnight Sunday Pacific time. We're giving away the free gym bag, workout gloves, and lifting straps, the gym bag bundle. Here, guys, all you got to do for the lifting straps, the workout gloves, we got 2 workout gloves with the Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry logo, and these really cool Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry gym bags, guys. A $70 value is yours free. All you got to do is go to feedmemore.com, spend $60 or more. That's all you got to do. Add that gym bag bundle under weight belts and apparel. It's in the description. Spend $60, add that to your cart. Use discount code Weekend Bundle. Discount code Weekend Bundle. It's in the description here on Ryback TV, and I'll get it inserted on the other things after we're done recording. And that $70 bag, lifting straps and workout gloves, all with the Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry logo, yours free, guys, until midnight Pacific tomorrow. And that is my gift to you. Armando Estrada is texting me as we speak. We just got off the phone speaking for over 3.5 hours, which I decided I'm driving. I'm fasting today. I'm deep into a fast. Earlier when I had to go run some errands, I saw he had a tweet, and I hadn't spoke to him in a little bit, and I'm going to call him and see if he answers my phone call. And unfortunately for both of us, he did, and we spoke for 3.5 hours talking about a lot of things, which was actually really, really cool and great. And he's one of my favorite people, which is why I called him. I hadn't talked to him, so everyone go follow him on Twitter. His Twitter is pretty weird too, but we're working on some things, so hopefully that's not the case, at least for me anyways. Good to see all of you guys. Hello, hello. What do we got going on? What do we got going on today? Iran, I love you too. Please don't spam the chat. We're going to put you on timeout, though, for the several of those messages. And yeah, we're not going to enter that one. Hey, good question. Tim T, hey, big guy, like you got the Zevia as your avatar. Eating some Brazil nuts on my 9th Zevia. It's your boy, your Golden Knights won last night. They're back in the series. When's the next game? I saw they played Wednesday, and then I forgot to look at the schedule of remaining games. I need to take a look at that. Oh, I love you too. Thank you very much, Clockworks. Shoulders, Chris, thank you for asking. Today, I actually have discovered a new technique for breaking up some remaining scar tissue in a trouble area with a new movement pattern, lying on my side with my softball in my armpit and in my back, kind of in my lat and in my tricep, and moving my arm on my side this way. I broke up a ton of scar tissue today, and I'm able to now reach my arm across my body. This movement used to be very, very painful and hard, and it's still a little tight in there. I got it. It's probably going to take about a week of getting all the rest of the scar tissue in there, but I couldn't even move my arm into that direction before. And as you can see, this arm, I can go all the way back. I still probably got a few inches of scar tissue to break up to get maybe 2 or 3 inches more of a little more movement, but we're going to get it. That was a big breakthrough today on that. So I've done it twice. I'm going to do at least 2 more rounds before the night's over. Probably once before I walk the dogs and once before I go to bed. So this is like, I'm obsessed right now because my shoulder, I'm so close. So I just like every day is potentially, like today was a really good day. As you can tell, I'm overly excited because it's pretty cool. I love you guys too. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to get to talk to you guys. I'll probably I'll have a massive adrenaline surge if I hear those words over loudspeakers again, which I love. I love energy. I'm obsessed with unlimited energy. My goal is to just completely explode. That's my ultimate death. Massive pop and just explode in the ring. Game over. Can't go out any higher. Chuck Whitehead with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Chuck. Hell of a last name, Whitehead. Chuck Whitehead. Pops whiteheads on his opponents when they're unconscious. Ty98, welcome. Thank you, buddy. No, stay away from Monster Energy. I think that's all shit, guys. Stay away from the artificial sweeteners and colors. You don't need to be drinking your sugar out of a can. If I could teach you guys anything, stay away from artificial sweeteners and colors, my friends. And go vegan. Thank you very much. I try to be well-rounded. Yes, Gladiator, I 100% think exercise contributes to mental health, and I think it is something that is essential for every human being. We are human. We are physical. We are not meant to be inactive. We are not meant to not move. And there's always situations and circumstances, but the more we do within our limitations, the better off we will be. Good to see all of you guys. Thank you. Sam Puke, do not call me daddy. It's like that Cops video of the kid calling the cop Poppy over and over. I just saw that on TikTok. It's from like a 1990s episode of Cops where the guy's making the arrest and the kid just keeps calling him Poppy and the cop is getting really pissed. Tell him, stop calling me Poppy. I'm not your Poppy. And the guy just keeps doing it more and more. And then he like stops for a bit and then he hits him with it again. It's truly, truly entertaining. But the cop was selling it so much. That's what that reminded me of. Don't call me daddy. And then you call me daddy the rest of the chat. I want to thank everybody on TikTok as well. Again, live, we hit 1 million followers on TikTok in about 16 months. Maybe it was a little less. It's around that time, though. And it's been about a year and a half since I got on there. And it's truly maybe not even quite. We're getting close, though. So it's thank you very much for all the love and support. And we hit 330,000 subscribers on Ryback TV today, guys. So it's truly cool to be off TV and see the growth that we're getting still, even with some suppression stuff going on. I can't thank you enough. Super chats rolling in today. Christopher Yao, thank you for all you do, brother. Stay freaking jacked. Stay #hungry. Chris, thank you very much, my man. I always appreciate the love and support. Those super chats are nice, guys. And we got badges. You can make money on all the platforms now. It's pretty cool. But those super chats, you come in on the monthly ad revenue, they break it down for you. And I go, that's a nice little bonus. So I'm always appreciative of those. Thank you, guys. Ty, that was a good, let me see if I could pull that up. This is why Ty says, Ryback, I'm not fully vegan, but I only occasionally eat baked or grilled chicken for the last year. And you're right, it feels way better than when I used to eat red meat around a year ago. And I'm just sharing information that I personally have felt and experienced from a guy who used to eat pounds of steak and chicken every day for many years. And once I learned you could eat all these really cool protein foods on a vegan diet. And I've always loved fruits and vegetables. And I just never ate enough of them in using different seasonings. And I was always so protein obsessed. And I'm still protein obsessed, but through vegan options. And it just hits way different. It's a game changer. Legit. And that's why they call that Game Changers on Netflix. It really, truly is a game changer. And I want more people to feel good because it's helping our planet and it's helping stop animal suffering. It allows us to maximize ourselves. and who we are individually. And the food tastes better. The vegan spots, if I took you guys to some vegan spots in Vegas, blow your balls off every time. I'd have to take a look at those on what their day and night packs are, but I would have to see. The goal is to continue to grow and expand and provide supplements that people want. So yeah, absolutely. This is the name of the game. I'm deep into this now. So, and it's I create things I love and want, and what my customers want. So let's take a look here. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to getting back to wrestling as well. We just got a few pieces of business to take care of with this shoulder, and from a personal standpoint. But I know I'm going to come back at my all-time best. I can confidently say that, and I've been very positive throughout this entire situation. But we are very, very getting very close, and I still got a lot of work to do, and I'm doing everything I can. I'm morning to night. The other day I get up 5 something, and like I get up and I go and I go and I go and I go, and it's going to be a surreal experience to with the way everything's gone. So I'm really pumped. No more backpack stunner though. I will not be doing that move ever again. I will not be doing any leg drops. I will not do anything. I will not take a move that requires me to take an ass bump. And that is just, I could do it. I could probably do that move for years on end and be perfectly fine. I just know the damage that it does to the disc, and I'm too damn big to be doing it. And that's just working smart while doing a million other things where you could expend energy. And I've learned a lot. And I've also learned it's not worth it to do something for something you could do something else and get the same reaction on. You just got to be creative. Thank you very much, Jose Lopez. That's what I get great joy out of being able to try to motivate others. And I've gone through a lot of things, and where the hungry mindset has helped me. And I get it. And I've had really low lows before, and I've always overcome adversity. And I really believe it's self-awareness and mindset. And I've dealt with a lot of hate over a lot of lies, and I see the suffering people go through, and people only can understand and argue from their own level of perception. And I've realized I don't hate anybody. I will block people that simply try to push hate and negativity on others, and I'll do my thing and try to motivate and inspire people over things and from people I've learned from, and through the many books I've read and listened to over my years and continue to listen to, and do that. Be right back. Gotta pee. Yeah, I wish I could take a break. Fasting makes me go all throughout the day. Yeah, well, you guys got to understand, Jeff has done a ton of the ass bumps and things. I also, though, had nerve damage in my leg where my perineal nerve was already in a compromised position, and those bumps sped up the entire process of my disc degenerating. So it's a little more complicated. And I'm also wrestled my entire career 290 pounds, 285, 290 the majority of time. So there was a combination of things. I think you could do that move and be okay over time for a short period. The longer you do it, you're doing very long-term damage to your hips and to your back, your disc. That is not worth it. And until you experience that pain, you will not know that until you experience it. And I can tell you, I wish that pain on nobody. Oh, I'm a huge fan of the Usos. I like them both personally and on screen, have a tremendous amount of respect. I love their dad, Rikishi. He's a very knowledgeable guy, and I've had great interactions with him. And he's very educated, obviously, on the business. And he and was always a fan of his growing up. So those guys are money, man. Hard-working guys. They go hard. They're man. I've always enjoyed tagging with them. Enjoyed working against them. Easy. Yeah, well, back surgeries will cause you when your discs go, you get a little shorter, and yeah, it's just the way that it is. I know me because I was always on 6'2" on the dot. When I left WWE, I think my final measurement was 6'1" and a half, and then that has since come back up. The disc, it's crazy on that. The last time they measured my height at the place, so it's a real thing. Oh, I think once I'm back on TV, I think the Joe Rogan podcast happens pretty quickly. Good to see all of you. Austria, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Hardest move to perform? That's a good question. I don't know. I'll tell you what used to be when I used to do my shell shock and throw the guys over my head. As like I would throw them into position to get them almost like a fisherman suplex on my head into the shell shock, and it used to always have to duck my head, and I would always drop the guys. They'd land on my neck, and I realized pretty quickly that wasn't going to be a way to pick everybody up, especially the larger guys. So I'm just going to switch so it's the same setup for everybody, and that's where I eventually switched to picking guys up. Almost kind of a variation, a little bit of the Olympic slam, but with their head hooked and in a suplex, but with the other leg. And it's different than the Samoan drop because they were typically angled. Sometimes they were flat. It depends on the pickup and also how the guy is situated on the body. But the psychology of the move is different than a Samoan drop because I have their head hooked. And on that is able to manipulate the spine upon impact. Ryback psychology. Thank you very much, Ty. Yeah, 808 Main. It's crazy that's been that long ago since the debut. I think I look very similar to how I've always looked, though. And again, some of it, I think early on my facial hair was a little shorter. And when I trim it up a little shorter, I look pretty identical. So I'm, and I think in going back and being in my 30s still, even though I can't say that for too much longer, but I will capitalize on saying that until I can't say it anymore. Still in my 30s. So thank you very much, Christopher. It's truly it's the coolest job when it's done right. Yes, you could put almond milk in your coffee instead of regular milk. I encourage you to if you do that. It will be much better for you. I don't know a lot about Karrion Kross. I met him years ago. We ate at a Buffalo Wild Wings with somebody else, and that was my first time meeting him, and we got along great. We follow each other on social. I'm very happy for him that he's had success. I know he's worked really hard to get to where he's at. So, and I don't watch a lot of NXT, and I never saw it. It wasn't anything. I just haven't watched a lot of his matches. I feel like I watched part of one, and I like him. I just haven't watched enough. If he was on AEW, I would have seen everything he's done right now. But yeah, I'm very happy for him. Super chat over here. What are your thoughts on gay marriage from Fartsmith? I think anything that like doesn't hurt anyone else is fine. I don't know. I think a lot of rules exist that there's some rules in place that are beneficial, like don't kill other people. And then there's other rules you're like, well, why is that a thing? I think whatever anyone wants to do is cool on that as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. Food is very important into the results that you get in weight training. There's no set percentage on its food is extremely important though. Try the almond milk and see what you think. I think you will be, and you could even get, there's vanilla almond milks. There's so many things you could do on that cashew milk. I'm telling you, they taste way better than the dairy versions. I do not have a Discord. I've heard of that word. I honestly don't even know what a Discord is, guys. I do so many things that I don't know what that is. I've heard of it though, but I don't know. We do not have anything with probiotics in it yet. Good to see all of you guys. Todd, yeah, that Reuben. So Garden Grill in Vegas is one of my favorite places, and they are so good. That Reuben, I couldn't believe that thing. The plant-based pastrami they had. Oh, it tasted like the real deal. Emmanuel, thank you very much. No entiendo ni madres, pero soy tu fan. Saludos. I understand I am a fan. Thank you. Thank you very much, buddy. Gracias, mi amigo. Haha, from El Hombre Grande, alimentarme más. Very limited Spanish. Hombre is hungry. Hombre is man. Hombre is hungry, I believe. Mi hombre, mi hombre. Yes, I know about the chip eating meme, guys. I created the video to get attention. How would I not know about it? I have the title in my video. Chip meme. Good to see all of you guys. We'll try to get some people. We'll do some conversations, see if anybody has any questions. Thank you very much, Banto. I greatly appreciate the support, guys. You guys are awesome. How do you feel about being an emote? I don't know what is that, and I haven't seen it. If you could send that to me. I don't know that I'm an emote on Twitch. Sorry, Twit. The PG legend. I hear that a lot. What's going on, everybody? Let's see if we can I just do my best to be motivational, guys. It's the only way to be. It's the only way to grow and to evolve and to enjoy, truly embrace life. Otherwise, we're just miserable human beings. And I always try to, and there's bad things happen, but I always try to shift into the positive as quick as possible. But I also don't put up with shit either. So sometimes people get confused. They don't understand how you can be positive and loving and not also tolerate bullshit. But I will continue to educate people on how you do that. See if we got any good question. Both are jiu-jitsu can be extremely dangerous. Yes, pro wrestling can be extremely dangerous in different ways. Jiu-jitsu, though, obviously with joint manipulation and different things and tendons and muscles, then there's a difference. Depending on who you're on training with or rolling with, and or competing against on how quickly they relinquish the hold from the moment you tap, right? A lot of factors in that. We got a super chat here. NASCAR Man 101 Racing says, what's your best wrestling match in your whole career? Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I don't know. I go by crowd reactions, and everything I've always executed outside of a couple things, and one was on TV with Albert, one on Paul Heyman on a live event, which we eventually hit and everything. I always enjoyed it. I had a lot of live event matches where we put in a lot of time. I think, and I don't know, I go by crowd reactions, and they were great every time I've wrestled, whether I was babyface or heel. Crowds were always very heavily invested in the match, no matter what role I played. And that's what I would gauge it off of, and I would compare that to other people's matches, and I would know that what I was doing. Obviously, when you're on TV or pay-per-view, your time, they're more scripted on those ends. And sometimes you can be more limited. I always enjoyed, though, all the main event stuff. I always thought the main events and the run-in, like, just, I don't, everything, I go by the reactions, was always great. So I don't know. I don't know what I enjoyed every match. Like, if we got the reactions we were going for, it was a great match in my mind. Great matches aren't done by what certain people think of certain moves. Nobody's ever gotten over, and no move has ever drawn money in pro wrestling. The individual performer has. And I'll say this too, like, Stone Cold Stunner is probably the most over finisher in the business. And it was only the most over finisher when Stone Cold did it. Right? Who does the move is greatly important. And like, it's the person and it's the character that gets over. Not to say this, the Stunner is still an over move, and KO does it. The move still gets a reaction, but nobody will, because it's Stone Cold. The performer was over. That's why moves are cool, and they're a piece of the puzzle, but they're not the whole puzzle. Super chat. My friend hates the LGBTQ. What do I do? Well, then that's not somebody you hang around. Who we hang around and our energy is the most important thing we can protect. Find a new friend. You don't have to have a falling out with them. You just simply stop hanging around them and talking to them. It's very simple. Once we understand this, we can move on, find the people we have things in common, who motivate us, who make us feel good, and hang out with those people. Don't hang out with people that are not doing productive things that you know are not good for you, because there is a world full of them. You think if I hung out every day with people smoking weed and drinking 40s every day, talking shit about watching the news, you think I'd be in a good place in my life? Do you think I'd be able to do the things I'm doing? Who you hang around is very important. Hang around better people, or listen to books, and don't hang around a lot of people. The people you hang around could be the audiobooks you listen to, the podcast you listen to, the content you consume, watching me. This is who we allow around ourselves. Is the most important thing we do in life, guys. Yeah, I like to do the head slap when I say stupid. I do it at random times. I do it on my other feeding time videos occasionally. Not so much when I'm doing the Feed Me More Nutrition lives. Good to see all of you. If anybody wants to do it, does anyone have a question that wants to go live? I do remember when I told Kane if he forgot his nuts. Yes. Whoa, another super chat. Those super chats are rolling in tonight. Saturday nights are the night of super chats. Let's get that. We'll get you on the main screen. I always try to get those up on the main screen for you guys. Sometimes when the chat goes by, I want your toy box says, "Hey, Ryback, I just wanted to say thank you for being you. I got through a bad work day by watching your vids. Feed me more. Thank you very much, buddy. And I hope everything is all right on your end. And it really makes me feel good to know that you guys could tune in for some entertainment and hopefully some inspiration from time to time. I typically will eat tofu or soy stuff if I eat out, like vegan sushi every once in a blue moon, or some of like the amazing Thai has some tofu, like soy stuff in their stuff. I'm a big fan of soy. It's a complete protein, and the phytoestrogens do not raise estrogens. And I know that through blood work and through knowing what I've learned through different readings on what the meat industry and dairy industry has funded and put out misinformation wise. Yeah, I don't know what that challenge is. I've never heard of it. Jay, man, that's cool, man. Congratulations on coming up on 1 year vegan. I'm at 9.5 months myself, and I'm totally. This is for life. There's never once you go vegan, there's no going back. When you do it right and experience the true health benefits, and I believe it makes you a more happier, more compassionate person. And it's crazy. It's just crazy. Everything I used to think, how I was so wrong. And it wasn't even that I was wrong. It was the information that was presented to us is wrong. Until I actually dove in and tried it. I'm going to try this for myself like I have everything else. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in that fight. And I told you guys the other day that I probably wasn't going to order it. And I know it's tomorrow night. And as it's getting closer, I'm probably going to order it. I can't not watch it. I'm in a good position. I saw it. Well, I do know it's on Showtime, and I got to see what other option. If it's not, I don't think it's on regular pay-per-view though. So there's a chance I don't watch it because I don't think I have Showtime because I don't watch a lot of TV or movies. I don't know as far as the coconut milk. There's almond milk, cashew milk. The difference is they don't cause massive inflammation and suffering of a life of torture and then eventually horrific death with cows. So that would be the one reason. And the second is, but selfishly for us, it's way better for us also. There was just a study I saw too that had the connection to women's breast cancer and in cow's milk and how crazy the numbers are for women that consume a certain level of milk and their chances of getting breast cancer. Like it's not for us. It's calves milk. People decided to profit off of it in a horrible way. And we are the victims of it, but we got to now not be the victims and we have to educate ourselves and understand that there is a better way and that a bunch of people made a bunch of money killing and torturing a bunch of animals and giving us stuff that we didn't need when all these other better options were out there. I have had organic green tea, yes, on that. I would imagine the different green tea. I got to look. I've had the green teas and matcha green teas. Jordan, I absolutely think you should. There's a blog on feedmemore.com. Go to our blog section, all free content under the on the menu bar. We have nutrition, supplementation, mindset, and fitness. Click on the nutrition blogs, and there's a blog on there on how to begin a vegan diet, essentially. A little basic breakdown on that. Super chat. Thank you very much, Jake Truman, buddy. Good to see you again. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I'm starving right now, fasting. I'm really, really looking forward to eating soon. I don't know what the deal is with the chops by Walter. I've never seen one. I've heard of that name. I've never seen a Walter match though. I don't watch NXT really, guys. So yeah, so the cattle or massage, cool. How would you like it if I massage? I'm not going to personally massage you, but I'm going to tell you, we're going to massage you for 3 years straight. You're just going to get massages every day, right? And then I'm going to put you through a meat grinder. Is that a deal you'd want to sign up for? Or would you rather live like your whole life and like not get put through a meat grinder? Right? So I think maybe there's just we have a choice as humans on what we do and what we don't do. I think that's obviously better than the factory farming, but at the end of the day, and you just look at the most dominant creatures outside, like look at silverback gorillas. They're vegan. I just don't buy it anymore. And I get the circle of life, and there's it's a difference on doing something to survive. And even then, you have a choice. Believe it or not, you actually don't have to kill. Still, you could search for other options, or just say, you know what, I will sacrifice my life and not kill another life. That's also an option that we always had, by the way, that people don't talk about. Super chat here, Smash Ultra. Thank you very $50. You got the record for the day. Who's gonna beat that? It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Smash Ultra, and thank you for spending it with the big guy. I think commercials should be allowed to be played on regular TV, showing exactly what goes on in factory farming every single day, 24 hours a day. I think, and I don't know, I don't want to see it stopped. I want to see, I want everyone to see, because I've seen them, and you have to see it. We have to make the connection that what we're eating is actually what's going on with it, because I ignored that forever because I didn't want to look into it. We all need to feel that, because the majority of people will not be all right with it. There's a reason why my nickname was Silverback growing up, but the Silverback gorillas will legit rip the arms right off of me. I would go down fighting. I would try to throw a meat chin music, sweet chin music, meat chin music, super kick. I would do whatever I could. Body kicks, donkey kicks, front forward thrusting kicks till it ripped off my legs. And then I would give in. I'd go for some headbutts at the end. Then he'd break my neck. And then my limbless body with a broken neck that'd be the end of the big guy. I'd go down to the end, though. What's going on? Good to see you guys. See if we can't get, if we have anybody. I wish there was a way to pin my own comments on here. Son of a bitch. Best vegan documentary, watch Game Changers, and then watch Cowspiracy and Seaspiracy. In that order. You will have an entirely different view of what's going on, and that will lead you down a path. So I want everyone to watch Game Changers on Netflix, Cowspiracy on Netflix, and Seaspiracy on Netflix. No Netflix and chill. I don't need you guys with the "Are you still watching?" deal. We don't need that. When you have time, don't get on your phone. Shut your phones off and watch those. Whether it's over the course of the next 3 weeks, it will change your perspective on a lot of things. I have not studied Buddhism, but I've heard that from people before, this is just me through my reading of things and of experience. So maybe I was Buddha in another lifetime, or Buddhist. Skip Sheffield was the man. Skip Sheffield was over like Rover, down in Tampa, Florida, and some other areas down in the Florida territories. Skip Sheffield was a big time babyface act down there. Not so much on NXT season 1 until Skip got serious with the Nexus. That's when Skip started doing things, and then eventually Ryback. But Skip Sheffield down in FCW, that guy knew how to work a crowd. I love you guys too. Thank you very much. I took a picture in front of Pablo Escobar's house where he was murdered when I was down in Colombia. They never sent me the picture, and I got to ask them for it. I think they're afraid I'm going to post it, and they don't want people. Like, I went on a whole trip of seeing of his story. I was really happy that Jericho used the Skip Sheffield name in that book. I was check out that was that truly, he was talking about when he got pulled over for the DUI, I believe, and that always popped me that he used Skip Sheffield for that one. Yeah, great reference for that. Yeah, Skip Sheffield's tagline down in FCW was "Choosy moms choose Jiff, easy moms choose Skippy," and it was true. I love the Fiend, and I've always gotten along. Me and Bray we laugh whenever we're around each other. He's a great guy. Banjo Man, I don't know about that unless you want to. I invite you to come into a live with me right now, Banjo Man. Click on this link right here, and we will discuss this in great detail. Let's see. Banjo Man, please click on this link and join me in this chat. We'll have a face-to-face Banjo Man. We got to get Banjo Man on. These are what I live for. Yeah, the WWE releases. I know I'm not too. I talked about it before, guys. But yeah, I don't know. There may be more going on. I don't know. We got to wait and see. Yeah, I do think. Yeah, I would love to definitely talk to Jericho again on his show. I think that happens. Yeah, hold on. Would you go back on Talk is Jericho again? Your last one in 2014 remains one of his best ever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know as far as I know that did good numbers. I know all his shows, I would imagine, do great numbers. But I was so clueless at that time to anything going on and was so in the bubble. I didn't even know podcasting, how relevant any of it was. But I was glad he allowed me to go on because it with a lot of stuff, and he's always been very, very cool with me. And I loved wrestling him, and he was one of the guys, main eventers, that I thought really offered great insight and help inside and outside the ring. So I have nothing but great respect for him. I think that happens once I'm back or close to going back. I think it happens once I'm back, though, quite frankly. And I think that would be the right time to do another one, to kind of have the happy ending with everything. So we'll see. Yeah, the caramel cookie, and it's plant-based. The I So Hungry Fruity cereal, once that one is sold out, it's discontinued. I made a business decision. I'm not going to, even though we did grass-fed whey, I was contributing to the dairy industry, the horrific treatment of cows, and I don't want to be a part of that. And learning what I learned, and we used to make a lot of money on our grass-fed proteins, but our plant one is selling fantastic. And we're going to offer all the flavors in the plant version here as we continue to grow and get those out. And once that fruity cereal is out, they're working on the peanut butter pieces, the flavoring on it right now to match the grass-fed whey. And the plant protein mixes and tastes a lot like whey. and it's not thick. It's great stuff. And I'm telling you, I mean it. I drink my shake every single day. I do either a 63 or an 84 gram protein shake every day. Every once in a while, I'll throw 2 in there. I'd go with the caramel cookie, though, personally. Any advice? This is a great question right here. Any advice? Hold on. Let me get to this first. Did you prefer Jericho's or Austin's podcast, or both love equally? I'll always fondly remember you on Austin's for putting Wade Keller in his place. So that, I don't remember even what I said, but that, so I remember though, I love Austin. Me and him have talked a lot. And when I did his show, we talked on the phone for a week after the show, and a couple little texts here and there, but I love him. The guy, he's the GOAT of pro wrestling on what it's all about. And that's in my opinion on what makes someone successful in pro wrestling. I think, and Cena had a long career. I think Cena's a GOAT as far as longevity, as far as being in a top position. And there's other GOATs that everyone has their opinion on that. But I remember being on the plane, and I was IC champ, coming home, and I was going to sleep, and I put on Austin's podcast, and I didn't have a book, I didn't download one, but I downloaded his latest podcast, and he had that guy on, and I up until that point had no idea, don't know who that guy was, and I just know that Wade guy was on doing a show with him, who's supposedly another Meltzer type fucking guy, just shit talking me on how my career's over, I'm too old. I was fucking 33 years old. And I'm like, these same guys put over people in their 40s. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. But these guys just and it wasn't Austin. Austin's fucking smart. He knows the shit, but he has the guy on to talk about wrestling. And I don't even know what I told Steve, but everything I said was 100% true. And fuck that guy. I would tell that guy to his fucking face, any fucking situation or scenario. Same with that fucking piece of shit Meltzer. These guys are horrible human beings, man. And they put a negative fucking taste in people's mouth on pro wrestling, all for fucking clicks and money. And it doesn't have to be that way. I don't like capitalism for bad. These guys can make the business better talking about things in a more, why don't you talk about how the business can be better all the time? And instead of talking about shit and making up lies to try to get fucking clicks. I'll never tolerate that. I will light those guys up. Man, I would love for these guys to have conversations with me. None of them will. They will get buried alive having conversations with me. I just simply present facts because they're full of shit and they know it. I get hot talking about it, but I don't know what came up, and I won't hold back anything. I don't care if Steve works with the guy or not. Great, I get it. I'm not going to fucking sit back and let somebody shit talk me, though, ever, when I know that it's not true. Enough with them. I don't even like even talking about them to begin with. Love Wade. Wade Barrett is incredible. Ultimately, guys, also, I needed to get to that other question, and I don't see it. Damn it. I believe, guys, and this is just an opinion based on what I know, I think Vince, and I know enough, Vince will eventually sell WWE. He's going to want he'll make billions of dollars. He wants that next to his name. That looks very good for him in his legacy. It's his baby. I think he will stay in control as far as from on certain aspects of the thing, even if they sell. And I think Hunter will stay in, and I think Hunter can eventually become a successor to that role. But I don't think Hunter's taking over WWE, nor do I think any one person will. Vince will profit from selling it. And then I think certain things will be kept in place for a certain period of time. And then eventually a transition will occur. I'm talking many years at some point. And I think a big company like Disney knows they're not going to be able to just put somebody in their places. Like, I think that stays with Vince and Hunter and that regime. And I think that other company infiltrates other areas right? And then I think over time, positions get switched out over time as people are groomed. That's what any good business would do. And I think, and again, my opinion, maybe I'm completely wrong on it. I don't know. I think Vince wants to see those billions next to his name, though, before he goes. And realistically, this is just real talk. Vince, 75 years old, his brother just died, who was just slightly older than him. You don't think that sits in the back of his mind. I was friends with his brother, Rod. Rod was very healthy, from all accounts that I knew. There's no doubt that it's no coincidence that the timing of all this, I think that, and that's what happens in business. In Vince, and I think it's all good stuff on what he's grown it from and from a business standpoint. But I think it's a good move selling. Yeah, I've already talked about that, and everything I've said was 100% fact on that situation. I've talked about that numerous times with the Warrior stuff. Yeah, me and Bray always worked really well together. We never got as much time on pay-per-view. We always had more time on live events, and that always upset me. I hated that oftentimes outside of my main event stuff where we put in a lot more time on pay-per-views. I never was ever satisfied with my time. But at the same time, I always, and not to say that you want to do that all the time because it's just more abuse on the body. And I think there is too a certain thing with booking on when you look a certain way, you should be protected. But I always loved wrestling Bray. All right. Looks like we'll see if Banjo Man device is not connected. Banjo Man, you need to connect your mic and cam before you can come on. I don't know. It's usually no surprise that the people that try to talk trash can't set up basic things like a microphone and cam. Good to see everybody. TikTok, Instagram, thank you, thank you. Let's see if we can. Banjo Man, I can't let you in until you connect your device. I really want this to go down so I can have this conversation with everybody. These make for entertaining videos. We'll leave them on for a bit to see if Banjo Man can get his devices. Banjo Man is gone. We have a new member. Thank you very much, Callopy OU, new Rybacker. Thank you for joining. Yeah, come on, Banjo Man. Everybody wants you to come in here. Any other questions, guys? Health and fitness. Remember, we are doing our weekend giveaway for the gym bag, workout gloves, and lifting straps, guys, on feedmemore.com. Spend $60 or more. You get a pair of the Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry lifting straps here, guys, that got the padding inside of it as well. The workout gloves, we have small, medium, large, and XL. I fit in the XL, and I got big ass hands. So in these things, I would ideally be perfect for a 2XL, but I fit in the XLs. So they should fit the majority of people unless you're Andre the Giant. And then also the Feed Me More Nutrition gym bag as well, the Hungry gym bag. A $70 value, guys, yours free with all orders $60 and up until midnight Pacific tomorrow on feedmemore.com. Yeah, Banjo Man, I think, is checked out. He don't want this. He don't want the smoke. Is that what the kids say? Light his ass on fire. All right, guys, you guys stop asking put you in timeout, taking up too much space. I did not see the writers that WWE hired. I don't follow any, like, I don't like read dirt sheets, guys. The only time I ever did was the period when I would see things, what they were putting out, negative things. And I avoid that stuff like the plague. Like I don't come from that stuff, man. I think it's a very toxic culture and I stay away as much as possible. Advice going back into training after a long layoff, ease yourself back in. Also, don't be a little bitch and ease off for too long. Give yourself like a 2-week period of doing a little more, and then really start turning it up. Yeah, and that's why I stand up for myself and I put out my content. There's a lot of theories and things going on. People are everything I've spoken about has been 100% true. I'm working on the social media suppression as we speak. I'm telling you guys, and you're going to see it. You will notice, just wait and see my Twitter. You're going to see a massive change eventually on what happens. And you will know without a shadow of a doubt what has been going on since 2016. And it's happening on multiple things, but that one is by far the worst. And I've told you, I'm getting closer and closer on this, and it's going to be, and when it happens, I'm probably not going to acknowledge it publicly that it's fixed. You're just going to see. And maybe on here, I'll go take a look at my Twitter now. You're going to see. And this is very personal because this is trying to stop me from success in life and business. And it's very personal, as well as a lot of negative things that were put out that couldn't be any further from the truth. Good to see all of you guys. Do we have any health and fitness questions? We have a super sticker here. Thank you very much. You are a towel. Did I miss a super chat here? No, I got that one. Thank you very much. I want your toy box. I read that one already. Jose, good question. What advice do you have for a guy like me who wants to get back into running for the first time since my elementary school days? Is again, I don't know what your current situation is, but you gotta. I don't know if you're overweight, if you've been how inactive you've truly been. Maybe it starts with walking at the gym or outside. I like treadmills though also because you can control the pace, right? A little easier where you're walking and then you do a little bit of an incline, walking at a little bit of higher speed, and you build yourself up with walking to brisk walking with an incline. And then eventually it becomes a very slow jog, maybe. And you just work your way up and you get your body acclimated to more and more effort and energy. And before you know it, you're running. And you give yourself time and you just start. And you start by going daily and being consistent and just trying to do baby steps. That has worked very, very well for me. You're not trying to win a gold medal in anything right now. So you could do the smallest baby steps as you want. Get yourself in a comfort zone and just stay consistent. So Thomas, this was again, you got released heartbreakingly, which was complete depression and situation was devastating. So 100% false. I literally chose to stand up and walk out and go home. I chose not to sign the multi-million-dollar contract I had because I did not want to sign over the things that I had already had begun the trademark process for. And my contract simply ran out. I actually released them before my contract ran out. They knew I was not signing any contracts when I left. I seized all communication. I was not released. My contract ran out. Two entirely different things. One is entirely true and empowering, and one is completely false and depressing. So be very careful of what you allow into your brain. I think Brock Lesnar is an amazing wrestler. I think he's one of the smartest guys in the business. I think this could be a lot of different things. What is one of the biggest mistakes young men make in life? I don't know if you make mistakes. I think everyone's life is different, and we all learn. I think, though, to me, I always read a lot as a kid. I wish I would have. I fell out of reading for a bit of period. I think that self-learning is something that we all can take advantage of, especially now with audiobooks. I don't know what the biggest mistake young people make. I think it's different for everybody. I think fear of failure and fear of what other people are going to think or say is one of the biggest things that hold people back in life in general, though. And I think that maybe when we're young, we might say, well, I got more time. I got more time. If we don't learn how to take action and to deal with that stuff, it doesn't get any easier. So that would be my answer. Yeah, Sam. So again, so glad you prefer doing these to the wrestling podcast. You seem much happier with these, and all the wrestling news tends to be negative. So again, my thing is I get joy out of being able to help people. I don't think now, while you could say the pro wrestling stuff and giving an opinion, all you were really doing is giving opinions on stuff going on. One, I didn't really get a lot of enjoyment out of that because it doesn't benefit me also in that. Even if I'm positive, which I was 99% of the time, and then give my honest opinions on other things. At the end of the day, I feel like it's bringing no real value to the world. Whereas this, I feel like I'm giving value to the world. And I enjoy talking about positive things and helping people. And I think it brings a better crowd, quite frankly, even though it takes time. But I don't mind talking about wrestling. I just like talking about other things. And I think too, it's just when you do the wrestling things and then people just come up with bullshit headlines and things, and they could take anything out of context they want to take. And I just think these are much healthier and better. A good question, Sam. No, when I lifted him, that was just selling. That's called being good at your job. Yes, I like Goldberg. I've met him once. I don't know him well enough though. I think if we were hanging out having beers, we'd get along really well. MLP, you can't come on my show and tell me to go away. Come on, guys, use your brain. You chose to come in here. Love Roman. Good to see all of you guys. I'm looking. I don't see anything from Banjo Man. He disappeared after he left the live when I had him in here. Good to see all of you. I do need to do a food video, a feeding time. We have a new Ryback feeding time out today, Garden Grill, the Reuben sandwiches. I highly recommend, if you're in Vegas, to check out the Modern Vegan, which is close to the Strip, and Garden Grill off of Lake Mead in Buffalo. Those two places have the best vegan food, in my opinion, in town. Let me see if I see. Oh, Banjo Man, you are here. Come into the Banjo Man. Just go into the. Come in and turn on your microphone and camera. I'm not. We'll have a friendly conversation, Banjo Man. I can't physically harm you in this. Maybe you get the better of me, and everybody sees it and can laugh at it for years. You can make more memes of Ryback getting destroyed. Come on in, my man. The possibilities are endless. Don't let fear hold you back. Banjo Man sitting down right now, 34 years old. His mom and stepdad, her third, are downstairs watching the news. Banjo Man's upstairs. He just got done with a pretty lengthy session on Pornhub. He didn't even clean himself up. He just kind of just kept going along with his day. He's 3 empty packages of flaming hot Cheetos. He has 7 Mountain Dew cans empty and 1 cold one that he's currently drinking. He's got several stains because he doesn't get napkins on his clothes. So I understand why he doesn't want to have the camera on. But Banjo Man, turn on the fucking mic and come one-on-one with the big guy. Come on, Banjo Man. Happy birthday, buddy. Close out those Pornhub screens. Wipe those flaming hot Cheetos off your face, my friend, and talk to me just one-on-one. Face-to-face with the big guy. Banjo Man didn't even mean the insult, probably. He just wanted my attention. But it makes for entertaining content. And I don't even hate people that hate me, because I know if they met me in real life, they would love me. I'm so confident in that. I'm pretty witty and sarcastic. Man, I can get somebody that is convinced they hate me. Give me 5 minutes. Laughing by the end of it. I think Roman is a great heel as well. I think he'll be a better babyface after this heel run. With a name like Banjo Man, there may be some other activities going on. Are you in West Virginia, Banjo Man? Did you and your cousins just get done doing something? Or sisters? Yeah, it's tough for some people to understand the Ryback. Who is the Ryback? Because people like to stereotype. I could be a monster killer who's inspirational and loves to make people entertain people and make them laugh. That's the Ryback character. That's me. Some people think you only have to be one way. I'm like, no, I'm just going to be me. And either you get it or not. I can quite frankly care less. Thomas, you're welcome to come into the chat as well, Thomas. I want to actually, let's see if we can get Thomas in here. Thomas has stepped up for Banjo Man. Thomas, click on this link. We got to get Thomas in here. Before we shut this chat off, I want to have one face-to-face with a hater. Swimming pool workouts are great. I go out there. I actually need to go and I got a big lap day tomorrow. And the weather, it's hot enough finally to do the laps out there. You guys, if I don't invite you in here, I'm asking you not to come in because you take up space from when I need someone to come in. Please. Me and Alex Jones actually look a lot different. One, we have two entirely different builds and heights and also facial structures. We are bald and have facial hair though, but we are entirely different looking people. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this live here because quite frankly, I have to piss and I got to get a few things done before I eat and break my 24-hour fast. Check out in the description. It will be in the comments as well. And you could get a $70 value on Feed Me More Nutrition this weekend with our discount code Weekend Bundle. You get a free gym bag, workout gloves, and lifting straps. Just add that bundle that's under weight belts and apparel on feedmemore.com, guys. All orders $60 and over. Add that to your cart. You get a $70 value out of that for free as a thank you for buying the best supplements on the planet. Thank you guys very much. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe and enjoy the Mayweather Logan Paul fight tomorrow if you do get it. Stay hungry, my friends. Feed me more.